Gap Incorporated has been struggling with declining revenues and significant difficulties in recent years, which have impacted shareholder value and profitability. Shifting consumer patterns, increased competition, economic conditions, and e-commerce challenges are some of the factors that have contributed to the drop in sales. So, to address these issues, Gap Incorporated has launched a unique strategic plan to relaunch its historical products with upgrades through sensory marketing. The effectiveness of the approach may be crucial to the business chances of recovery. Next, we move to the company background. Gap Incorporated is a multinational retail company that owns and manages various brands, including Gap, Old Navy, Banana Republic, and Athleta. Established in 1969 by Donald and Doris F., it offers stylish and affordable apparel for men, women, and kids through its omnichannel options. Gap Incorporated is committed to sustainability and ethical practices across its supply chain. The company's headquarters is in San Francisco and it operates globally in the US, Asia, Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. The problem statement is Gap Incorporated declining sales represent a serious issue that has to be addressed immediately with smart action. Gap, an apparel company with a long history, is seeing a sharp decline in sales, which raises questions about the company's overall financial stability and ability to compete in the market. The company's product offerings and advertising strategies are facing a multidimensional reduce due to several issues, including changing consumer behaviors, greater competition, economic condition, and e-commerce problems. So, the first challenge is changing consumer trends. A retail firm may be greatly impacted by changes in consumer tastes and fashion trends. Gap may see a decline in sales because they are unable to adjust to shifting fashion trends or finds it difficult to connect with its target market. Nowadays, the consumers are more drawn to eco-friendly and sustainable apparel, so Gap Incorporated risks losing market share if it doesn't include those trends in its product lineup. The next reason is increased competition. Businesses must keep one step ahead of their rivals in the fiercely competitive retail sector. Sales impacted when Gap has increasing competition from other apparel shops, particularly from those that provide goods at cheaper costs or with more alluring marketing approaches. Among the companies that are truly popular with Gap, customers are Shein, Amazon, and TJ Maxx. Those companies are undoubtedly gaining market share. Other than that, economic conditions also one of the challenges. Consumer spending decreased during economic downturns, which can have an overall negative impact on retail sales. Consumers only prioritize necessities above discretionary apparel expenditures during hard economic times. Moreover, another challenge is e-commerce. The rise of e-commerce has transformed the retail landscape. Gap Incorporated struggles to compete in the online marketplace or doesn't have an effective strategy, so they lose their market with the competitors because their online presence. Then we move to sensory marketing. Sensory marketing stimulates senses to get a positive response from the target market. It works best when multiple senses are targeted. Gap may have shortcomings in appealing to all five senses, which is taste, smell, touch, hearing, and sight. The first is sight. Gap Incorporated is criticized for using the same design style for all its brands. This can make it harder to appeal to different customer segments with different tastes. A lack of unique visual elements could lead to an uninteresting sensory experience that does not attract specific demographics. Second is touch. To enhance the sensory appeal and overall customer experience, Gap Incorporated could consider diversifying their texture offerings. It's possible that their current focus on consistency may not fully satisfy individuals with varying tactile preferences. The third is scent. Cap Incorporated is losing out on the chance to develop a unique outdoor brand experience when they don't use fragrance marketing properly. The shop should have sensory experience to improve by adding pleasant and memorable fragrances.
Moving on, I am going to explain on the recommendations. It is recommended that Gap Incorporated to relaunch their vintage products to cater to younger generations such as Gen Z. The reason is Gen Z is attracted to vintage products for their uniqueness, sustainability, and connection to the past. It is very beneficial for Gap Incorporated as vintage clothing tells a story and promotes a more sustainable approach to fashion. In addition, Gen Z's love for vintage represents a rebellion against the mass-produced and disposable fashion culture nowadays. Thus, Gap Incorporated can capitalize on this cultural shift by offering vintage-inspired collections that speak to Gen Z's pursuit of authenticity and sustainability. Therefore, Gap Incorporated should reintroduce its vintage items, including jean jackets, denim overalls, and logo tees, by enhancing their quality and utilizing sensory marketing techniques. What is sensory marketing, you may ask? Well, sensory marketing refers to 5 senses that create a multi-sensory experience for customers. This technique can be effective for fashion retailers like Gap, where the overall shopping experience plays a critical role. Therefore, Gap can use sensory marketing to relaunch their vintage products with improvements. Firstly, through sight sense, visual marketing techniques can be used to showcase the unique style of vintage products in an attractive way. Moreover, lighting, color, and other visual elements can create a warm and welcoming environment in Gap stores all around the world. Moving on to touch sense. Touch marketing can be used to create a tactile experience with high-quality fabrics and materials. In addition, providing soft seating areas can encourage customers to linger and explore the products more in Gap's physical stores. Lastly, using senses, scent marketing can be used to create a distinctive and memorable shopping experience with subtle scents that evoke nostalgic memories, such as the smell of old newspapers and books. This type of sensory marketing can help to build brand loyalty and drive repeat purchases from Gap's customers. Based on the SWOT analysis made, this is the strengths of Gap Incorporated. Firstly, their diversified product portfolio is successfully catering to different customer needs from across the globe. Moreover, Gap's strong online presence through e-commerce website and social media platform keeps the customers and followers updated virtually. Gap also manages several brands including Old Navy, Banana Republic, Athleta, and Intermix. They are catering to different segments of the market. Lastly, strong sustainability initiatives of Gap, such as using sustainable materials and adopting ethical and sustainable supply chain practices, would help Gap to build a positive brand image and attract environmentally conscious customers. However, Gap Incorporated also has their weaknesses. One of them being the majority of the company's revenue comes from the United States market, making it vulnerable to changes in the US economy and consumer preferences. Moreover, the company has experienced declining sales in recent years due to increased competition and changing consumer trends. Additionally, the company relies on third-party suppliers for its products, making it vulnerable to supply chain disruptions and quality issues. Gap Incorporated can expand its online presence to reach a wider customer base and explore emerging markets like Asia and Africa. In addition, the company can also cater to the growing demand for sustainable and ethical products by offering eco-friendly options. Relaunching vintage products can boost sales as Gen Z is interested in vintage fashion, which is evident from the growing sales and search activity on platforms like Depop and eBay. These are opportunities that Gap Incorporated can leverage. The company also faces threats. The fashion industry is highly competitive with several established players and new entrants. Gap Incorporated faces intense competition from other brands offering similar products. Consumer preferences and trends are constantly evolving, and Gap needs to keep up with these changes to remain relevant. Additionally, economic uncertainties such as recession and inflation can impact consumer spending and affect Gap revenue. These are some of the threats that Gap needs to navigate to maintain its position in the market. In conclusion, Gap Incorporated is a leader in affordable and stylish clothing for all. The company is committed to sustainability and ethical business practices. Utilizing sensory marketing is also recommended to create a memorable shopping experience for the customers. Thus, Gap Incorporated should offer vintage-inspired collections to appeal to Gen Z consumers. Moreover, by focusing on sustainability, ethical practices, and innovation, Gap Incorporated can maintain its leadership position and appeal to newer generations. That's all from me. Thank you.